Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Hit the like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you. I used to believe marriages collapse in explosions, but ours didn't fall apart in any dramatic fashion. It faded gradually, like ink dissolving in the sun. My name is Callum, and my wife, Marley, was once the kind of person whose laughter filled a room. She used to grab my hand without hesitation, love me without overthinking, and make life feel uncomplicated. Somewhere along the way, though, we drifted into strangers politely occupying the same square footage. I still remember the night the shape of our marriage shifted. It was an ordinary Thursday, though forgettable unless something unforgettable happens to it. I walked into the living room with 2 cups of tea, a routine I'd followed for years. She was curled under a blanket, foam glowing in her hands, the icy blue light making her seem just a bit further away. "Tea," I murmured. She didn't react at first. Then she muted the TV, exhaled, and took the cup. "No, thank you." Just a sigh. I tried not to take it personally. I'd become skilled at creating excuses that spare me from confronting reality. We sat next to each other with a careful inch between us. The silence felt heavier than it ever had. After a while, I reached out, letting my fingers brush hers. Nothing dramatic, just a small gesture that said I missed her. She withdrew her hand right away. Not sharply, just instinctively. And something inside my chest quietly cracked. "Marley," I said softly, "please talk to me. What's happening to us?" She finally looked at me, her eyes carrying exhaustion I couldn't interpret. Irritation? Sadness? Disinterest? "Callum," she sighed, "you expect too much from me. I can't keep doing this. Every time you want something." "Something?" I repeated. "You mean affection?" She rolled her eyes. "Intimacy. Closeness. Constant pressure. It's too much." That word hit harder than I expected. I'd always tried to be gentle, considerate, patient. But somehow everything I did had been redefined as a burden. "What pressure?" I asked, barely above a whisper. She blew out a frustrated breath. "You expect it every week. Sometimes more. I don't need that. I don't want that. Once a month is reasonable. That's all you should expect." Her tone wasn't cruel. Somehow, that stung even more. She sounded as if she were describing a subscription plan. Emotionless. Final. Already decided. That's all you deserve. The word sat between us like frost. I didn't get angry. Rage requires hope, and mine had run dry. Instead, something inside me went oddly still. Smooth. Clear. Once a month. I repeated thoughtfully. "All right." Then I met her eyes. But just one thing. How many times a month does he get? Whatever tiny smile she had evaporated. The color drained from her face. Panic flickered through her expression. Real panic. Sharp and undeniable. "W, what are you talking about?" I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse her. I didn't mention the new phone passcode, the midnight workouts, the late-night messages to someone saved as Heartbreak, or the way she'd laugh at texts she never shared with me. I simply asked again, calmly, "How many times does he get?" Her throat tightened. Her hand shook slightly, rippling the surface of her tea. "Callum," she whispered, "there's no one else. I promise." I tilted my head, more curious and angry. "Then why does that question terrify you?" She looked like she was seconds away from crying, confessing, or bolting. I couldn't tell which, but for the first time in a long time, I felt clarity. Clean, unmistakable clarity. Marley didn't reply. Instead, she stared at me like a person staring at a locked door while the building burns. "I'm not scared," she finally muttered, though her trembling voice disagreed. "You're twisting everything." I didn't twist anything. I responded evenly. I asked something simple. If I only deserve once a month, what does he deserve? Her shoulders sagged. "There is no he." "Okay," I said quietly. "No accusations. Just truth settling between us like dust." I stood and set my untouched cup on the table. She watched me with trembling hands, not afraid of me, but terrified of the consequences, the shift, the quiet certainty she couldn't control. "Callum, sit down." Please. We can talk, she pleaded. For months, I said softly. I tried to talk. You wanted space. You wanted silence. I respected that. But tonight, I'm asking for honesty. She looked down, twisting her wedding ring the way people do when they're losing their grip on something they once vowed to hold tight. I didn't mean to make you feel unwanted, she whispered. I'm just so tired. Work has been overwhelming. I haven't felt like myself. Marley, I said gently, tired people don't hide their phones. They don't shower at midnight. They don't smile at messages their spouse never sees. Her breath caught, involuntary, telling, I wasn't looking for a confession. I wasn't even looking for an apology. Love shouldn't require detective work. I'm not accusing you, I said. I'm telling you I'm done trying to guess. She covered her face. I didn't want to hurt you. Impact matters more than intention, I said quietly. She lifted her head. So what happens now? Are you leaving me? I shook my head. No, I'm not leaving. Her eyes widened, a small spark of relief, until I continued. But I am stepping back. Stepping back, she echoed. From chasing you. From asking for crumbs. From convincing you I deserve more than monthly ration affection. From pretending we're fine. She stood there stunned, her lip trembling. So you don't love me anymore? I exhaled slowly. Love isn't the issue. Respect is. That hit her harder than anything else I'd said. You think I don't respect you? She whispered. I think you stopped respecting what we built, I answered. And maybe you stopped respecting yourself enough to be honest about why. Tears filled her eyes. Not the kind that come from missing someone, but the kind that appear when denial finally collapses. Callum, she choked out. I don't know how we ended up here. I do, I said. You stopped choosing me. And I kept choosing you anyway. Her tears fell openly now. She wasn't grieving us. She was grieving the version of me who begged. The version she could ignore. The version who wanted her more than she wanted herself. Tell me what to do, she pleaded. Tell me how to fix this. You can't fix anything by offering the minimum and calling it effort, I replied. She inhaled sharply, as if the truth knocked the air from her lungs. I didn't know I was giving the minimum. That's exactly the issue, I murmured. The room settled into a delicate, honest quiet, the kind that reveals everything you've both been avoiding. I'm sleeping in the guest room tonight, I said. Her panic spiked instantly. Callum, please, don't go. I don't want you to. I met her eyes. I know, but wanting me isn't the same as choosing me. And you haven't chosen me in a long time. She collapsed into silent sobs, her hands hovering in the air like she forgot how reaching out works. I walked toward the hallway. She didn't follow. She didn't call my name. She just cried into her hands, finally understanding what I'd known for months. Love doesn't vanish in an instant, but respect can. And once respect dissolves, you can love someone completely and still walk away with your dignity intact. When I closed the guest room door, I felt a calmness I hadn't felt in a long time. Not fury, not despair, just clarity, sharp, clean, absolute. And in that clarity, I realized, deserve has nothing to do with numbers. Deserve is about mutual effort. And I would never again settle for once a month from someone who freely gave so much more to someone else.